Computer. Okay. Hey guys, and welcome to our Monday Night Live call. I am so glad you guys are on here. I'm excited about our topic tonight, how to go diamond in 4 years or less, I should add. So I'm excited about that. But before we get started, I want to do something that I haven't ever done, or maybe like once. And I want to start us off in prayer. So I'm going to pray really quickly for our call, for our team, and then we will jump in. So, dear Lord, we thank you so much for this opportunity to be together tonight. We thank you so much for this day. Father God, we just pray that you would bless our time together. I pray for every person on the call tonight and every person that's going to be watching that you would bless their families, bless their lives, Lord, that you would bless their businesses and their endeavors as they strive to build a kingdom business for you. And we ask these things in Jesus' name. Amen. All right. So, how to go diamond in 4 years. This was a call, so this was a training that Brittany Howard did, and I absolutely loved it. And I did a coaching call last week, and it was like, okay, I want to get to this rank or this income level. What do I need to do? And this was literally like what I could think of. Okay, okay. First of all, before we talk about going diamond, we have to think about a decision, right? Success starts with a decision. Okay. So much of your life, right, starts with a simple decision. And so we have to decide that I am going all in with this business, right? If I'm talking about if you're like jewel diamond level, okay? If you're thinking, I don't know, like, but when you get ready, like it's a decision to go all in, right? So a decision means I'm cutting off other options at this point, right? Like if I decide to have ice cream for dessert, that means I am cutting off the option of cookies and cake, right? I'm having ice cream for dessert. So the success is a decision, and that is cutting off the other options. Like I am going all in with Plexus. This is my ride or die right here. Okay. So now, in order to do when you make a decision, a lot of times we have to realize that decision, I am not going to feel this decision every day of the day, right? Every day of the year, right? I'm not going to feel like I want to make this decision, but you kind of have to keep remaking that decision. I mean, I'm all in. This is what I decided. This is what I'm doing. So you have to have, to be able to go diamond in 4 years, you got to have a few things. You got to have long-term vision, right? We are looking at this business. I mean, the average diamond salary is between like 17 and 20,000, right? Like on the lower end, okay? A month, which is crazy, right? So it's incredible. Like think about, I mean, let's just bring it down to 15, okay? Think about what $15,000 a month could do for your family. Okay. Like literally sit with that for 5 minutes and just brain dump. What could I do with $15,000 a month? Okay. So you've got to have some like long-term vision here that first of all, it's not going to happen overnight. That's okay. It shouldn't like that. If it's like we're not building this cheap, slimy, sleazy business, right? We're building a long-term legit, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get my ankle straightened out here in my broke foot. But we're building this long-term business here, okay? So we have to think long-term. We have to know that there's going to be ebbs and flows in my business. There's going to be ups and downs. I'm going to have good days. I'm going to have bad days. I'm going to have good months, good quarters. I'm going to have bad months, bad quarters. But I am in this for the long haul. First of all, show me what else can somebody do really. I mean, it's like a teeny, I don't even know. Like, honestly can't think of anything off the top of my brain, off the top of my head. I'm sure there are other things that we can do out there, but think of what you can do in 3 to 4 years to bring in that sort of income. No matter what your education is, no matter where you're from, no matter what you look like, no matter what your family status is right now. Like, you tell me where you can do that somewhere else. I mean, it would have to be a tiny fraction of places or jobs, right? Plus, we have the freedom here. Okay. So you have to have long-term vision of where I'm going, what I'm doing, and you have to have that. Okay. Then you have to have discipline. And this is where a lot of us struggle. We have to have discipline in our lives because we have to discipline our mind. We have to discipline our actions. We have to discipline ourselves. Like, I'm going to work this. I'm going to do this. Okay. We have to have consistency. And I'm not going to go like deep into all these, but you guys know we have to have consistency, right? I mean, consistency. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time, right? Diamond is the elephant. We're going to eat it one bite at a time, one rank at a time, okay? And let me just throw this in there. You guys, I think there's only 9 ranks with Plexus, okay? So you have to remember that, like, it's exciting. This is what I've looked back on my journey. The ranks are so exciting, but here's the deal. If we just live for the rank, okay, you're only going to get that excitement 9 times if you hit diamond. And then it's like, okay, right? So it has to be deeper and longer and more than the rank, okay? You have to like think about your why, think about your future, think about 5 years, 15 years from now. What is this doing? 15,000 a month on the low end. What is that going to look like 10 years from now? Right? Like 15 years from now. What is that going to do for my family? So you have to have discipline, you have to have consistency, you got to be determined, right? I love there's a Bible verse that says he set his face as a flint, like a rock. Like that's what we have to do here. And you have to be willing to grow personally and do not stop. Continuing to grow. You have to think about what you're thinking about. Okay? Because our mindset, you guys know, you hear me say it a million times, our mindset is this business is 80% mindset, 20% skill set. Some would even argue 90-10. Okay? So these are some things that you have to think about before you're like, okay, I'm going to be diamond. Like you have to realize this is going to be an amazing feat, but I am going to have to put on my shoes, tie up my shoelaces and double knot them, right? I am in here for the journey. I'm in here for the long haul. Okay, and just so you know, along the way, if you have thoughts, if you have struggles, if you have all these things, these are normal, right? These are normal. Like, oh, this is hard. Oh, man, I shouldn't have done that. Or I'm failing forward here, 2 steps forward and 3 steps back, and all that kind of stuff. This is normal, right? These thoughts are not indicators of your success. It's not an indicator. Everybody has these sorts of thoughts. But what determines the success is what you do with those thoughts. That's why you have to have long-term vision, discipline, consistency, determination, growth. You have to be thinking about what you're thinking about because you have to rule those thoughts and channel them into the channel of vision, discipline, consistency, all those things, right? Or else you're going to swing over here to chaos and pity and, all this kind of stuff, right? So your thoughts are not an indicator of your success, but it's what you do with your thoughts. So just know that. Okay, so let's get to the nitty gritty. I hope this has made sense because my brain is going 3,000 miles a second. Okay, so how to go diamond in 4 years, right? We talked about mindset. We've talked about your long-term vision. We've talked about hopefully you've sit down and you think about a why, like what is this going to look like? What is this going to change? And you emotionally attach to that. That's something that all along my journey, the initial goal for us was for Austin to leave corporate America. Like we had done all the things, we had all these babies at home, and we wanted more time freedom for him. And so that was emotional, right? For us. That's emotional for me. That was an emotional thing for our family. And so that on the days when it seemed hard, in the times when I wanted to throw in the towel, or I got a message of, I don't like the taste of this pink drink, or, something, whatever. It's like that is the vision that kept me going, right? I was also personally developing, like you should see it's ridiculous the amounts of books I have on my nightstand, and I have podcasts that I listen to. So I don't even know. I chased a rabbit there and I need to circle it back. Okay, so all right, so diamond in 4 years. All right, so this is not gonna be rocket science. It is not a magic potion. It's nothing you haven't heard before, but we're gonna break it down. All right, so you need to enroll 6 people a month. This is where you're shooting for, okay? This is not to say if you enroll 3 people a month, you're never gonna make it. That's not what I'm saying, but this is your goal. Like this is the goal. 6 people a month, all right? Out of these are averages too, okay? I'm gonna give you some averages here. So you're gonna enroll 6 people a month. Out of that, 1 out of 3 people on average get a +1. Okay, Plexus has given us a +1 system. There is a call happening right now with Alita Allen and someone else about the opportunity in Plexus. Plexus has given us a system. Plug your people into these calls. Here's what to say. Here's what to do. Use the +1 system that Plexus has given us in the Go app. Okay, 1 out of 3 people will get a +1. All right, now, here's the thing. You got to talk to all 6 about a +1 to get 1 out of 3, right? I mean, that's just a given. All right, so we're talking to everybody about a +1. We're talking to everybody about the business. We're posting a lot about the business. We're talking a lot about the business. I don't care if you made 50 cents last pay period. You're talking about the business, okay? Okay, Emily, does that mean we should have 2 people with a +1? Yes, on average, you're getting 2 people. Okay, so you're enrolling 6 people a month. All right, about half of the people who get a +1 will go silver. About half of your silvers are going to go senior silver. Half of your senior silvers are going to go gold. And about 1 out of 5 golds will go ruby and beyond. Okay, so here's where it gets interesting. So in a year's time, you enroll 6 a month. Okay, let's just say you literally hit it on the nail every single month. Okay, you're going to have 2 people go silver a month out of that statistic, like average. In 1 year, you were going, I don't know where, enroll 6, you go silver. I don't even know. In 1 year, you're going to have 72 new VIP customers in 1 year. All right, 12 new silvers on average, 6 senior silvers, new ones, 4 new golds, and 1 of those is going for ruby and beyond. Okay, in 1 year. Okay, if you were to break that all down and do some rough math with about 70% retention rate, that's going to give you 1,000 points in your business. Okay, 1,000 points, roughly. All right, now, so it's year 1. You got 1,000 points. Year 2, I'm doing it again. Okay, what's that mean? 1,000 in 1 year, retention, some attrition is going to happen. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to have 2,000 points. Where are you at 2,000 points? You are Emerald, because Emerald is 1,500 points. Okay, if you do not understand the comp plan, that'll be a separate, we can do a call. I can do a call with you and help you explain it. There's videos, okay? But if you don't understand what I'm talking about when I say points, but okay, so 1,500 points is Emerald. So 2 years, you're at Emerald, okay? Doing 6 people a month, average 2 silvers, 6 senior silvers, okay? You're starting your 3rd year, and you're going to do it again. 6 people a month, 72 VIPs a year. Where are you at year 3? 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Year 3, I am Sapphire. Sapphire is 3,000 points. Okay, it's the start of year 4. I'm doing it again. 4,000 points. Okay, Diamond is a 4,500 points. So you are, let's say, 500 points short. But with the team and a size that large, you're going to be able to push 500 points out. Okay, there's going to be a promotion, a special, a new product, whatever. And this is assuming that you don't have, this is assuming kind of just the basic. Obviously, this could go way faster, right? Obviously, this could go slower. Okay, let's be real. But if you are doing those things every year, that's kind of the timeline that you should be looking at. Okay, now, this sounds in one way, it sounds simple. In one way, oh, that's what I get. But in another way, it sounds daunting. I understand, and I get that. But you guys, this is completely doable. All right, so you did it again. Okay, let me look at my Yeah, 4 years of consistency. That's going to bring you about $20,000 a month. Do you think that's worth it for you and your family? Think about 4 years ago, 2021. Golly, that doesn't even seem real. 2020, 2021, how fast time has gone since then. And just think if we had done that, like if we were doing that all these years, where would we be now? Right? You see how quickly the time passes, and what did we do anyway? Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? So, 4 years of consistency, is that worth it for your family and for your future? Um, okay, and here's the thing. Here's an interesting thing about like self starting your own business. About 90, I think it's like 85 to 90% of self-starting businesses take 3 to 5 years to earn an actual profit. Okay. Because they're paying for their building or their truck or their tools or their employees or whatever. And so it takes a long time. That's why a lot of small businesses fail, because it takes a long time and a lot of hard work and a lot of dedication. They don't even make a profit until year 3 to 5 on average. Okay, you guys, you literally have an opportunity that we can offer. We have an opportunity. We can offer people to make a profit in their first month, their first day. If they wanted to, they get a VIP referral link. They can sign up 3 people, get $300 immediately. Okay, let's say they bought a welcome, or not a welcome pack anymore. They bought and start, they bought their first product kit, right? For $150. They've still made money. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, the power of what we have is absolutely incredible. So we need to be bold, we need to be passionate, we need to be excited about it. Like, we need to be talking about it. I'm including this. I'm including myself in this. But we can do change the odds in 1 month. And here's the thing. Okay, you're going to be growing in your leadership during all of this. Like, you're adding new VIPs, you're talking to people. What is going to happen? Your skills are going to get better, your skills are going to get sharper, and you're only going to actually become better, which becomes more effective, right? You are going to be teaching this to the team that is coming in, and hopefully you will have people that grab this vision just like you're grabbing it, and they're going to be doing it with their team as well. And so you are getting that snowball, pushing it up the hill. And when it gets to the top and you have a team of people that are doing the same thing, think about how that can impact and go so quickly. This, like what I'm telling you, this is why you see some people go diamond in 12, 18, 2 years, because of this momentum that gets started. You get a leader that has this vision and that's like 4 years, diamond, psh, yeah, let's do it. And then they start telling all the people that are coming in, hey, 4 years, diamond, let's go. And the person's like, okay. And then they tell their friend, hey, 4 years, diamond, let's go. And then all of a sudden you got a lot of people rowing this boat, and then diamond just happens that much faster, right? So because you are sharing, you're getting better. Okay. You guys, what I have to do to enroll 6, you have to talk to a lot of people. It's just that simple. We have to talk to a lot of people. We have to talk about it on our social media. We are adding people to our network every day on Instagram or on social media. We're friending a friend of a friend. I mean, if you're super like picky about, photos and things like that, just figure out ways to work around it. Like with your kids, like figure stuff out. We're using our +1 system with everyone. Okay, we have the tools. We have the tools, you guys. We just have to have the conversations with people. Be sure to track how many new contacts you have. Okay, let's plug this in right here. How many follow-ups we're doing. You guys, the fortune is in the follow-up. It always has. It always will be. Okay, people are bombarded with products, affiliate links, like ads, people they know all day long. Okay, so our audience is used to being sold to. I mean, really. So, I mean, I don't, when somebody messages me about a product or whatever, I'm like, okay, this is kind of normal. If I see an ad on my, person's like with their, like house cleaner spray or whatever they're selling, this is normal. So this is kind of normal in online space anymore. So we are following up. We are having that second, third, fourth follow-up, touch-up point. Maybe not like in the same week, but we are following up with the people, okay? Statistically, I think, oh my gosh, my brain just left on the statistics of that, but it is really, really high. It takes a lot of I think between the 5th and 12th exposure Probably higher than that now because of this social media on there's so much on social media selling, but like the 5th to 12th follow up before people actually purchase. Okay. So know that. You've got to follow up with people. People are busy. People will like swipe down and read your message. They'll read your message without ever like reading it. Like if you look at your messenger app, you're like, oh, it doesn't say that it's been read, but they've actually like swiped down and kind of read through it. And then they were like going to soccer practice or they were changing a dirty diaper and, you know, they forgot. I mean, it happens. It happens to me all the time. Good grief. My friends text me and I see it while I'm doing something and I forget. I'm, oh, shoot, I got to go back and text her, you know, or whatever. So give people the benefit of the doubt. Assume the best in for people. Do not think we've got to stop thinking like that I'm bothering people, that I'm, you know, that people are going to get mad or whatever. Okay. So we're tracking how many new contacts. So we're keeping a list of that. I made this many new contacts and I followed up this many times because our numbers, like if it takes me if it takes me 10 conversations to get one new VIP and I need to have 6 new VIPs and I need to have 60 conversations a month. I need to know that number, right? Could be 100 conversations a month. It could end up being like 15 because I'm really awesome. You know, I don't know. I'm just saying. But like you need to know that. So keep up with that, right? Because what you track, what you measure, but anyway, you can keep up with it. You can know. I'm trying to think of the quote and I can't think of the quote. Okay, what you track, you can manage. There we go. I wrote it down. I'm so proud. But you guys, all business is conversation. Okay, it's conversation. And consistency compounds. I kind of jumped ahead of myself when I was talking about, you know, you're sharing it with your team and your team is sharing it with their team and that snowball effect. But consistency, I have a hair in my mouth. Consistency compounds, you guys. Okay. So let's all go be diamond is all I gotta say. I mean, oh my word, what is happening? Let's all go be diamond. So do you guys have like questions? Anything that you want to talk about? Concerns? Any of that? I hope that was helpful. Anything anybody wants to say? It is doable. It is doable. We just have to get it done. We just have to get it done. And this is not my journey. Let me be really honest. Obviously, you know that if you know my story. It took me 3 years to go emerald. Okay, and I'm gonna probably do a separate video about this soon, but here's the thing. Sometimes, okay. Oh, I don't know what to talk about. Pause on that one. But sometimes, we forget to, as a lead, I've been here 10 years, almost 11 in September, and you know your own story, okay? You know your own story, and so you kind of get tired of hearing yourself tell your story, but you forget that people need to hear your story because you got new people coming in all the time. So I was talking with someone the other day, and the person, you know, was like, I've only got one person, and it's been like through 2 weeks. I've only had one new VIP, and man, just don't think this is for me. And I was like, wait a second, wait, whoa, whoa. It took me 3 months to get 3 people. Okay. Your road to silver does not have any indication of your future success with Plexus. Okay. So, um, hang on. I am dying with this hair in my mouth. Okay. I'm sorry. This is just ridiculous. Um, just know that your silver success, I don't care how long it took you to get to gold or whatever. I don't care. I don't care if you've been sitting at silver for 7 years. Doesn't matter. Like that, there's no indication that things won't shift. You won't grow. You won't have a mindset shift. Like that's no indication that any of your future. Okay. So, okay. Second thing I was going to talk about is building a strong, stable organization. Okay. What you were doing all during this, I'm getting to diamond time, is you are talking to people. You are developing leaders. Okay. You are continually developing leaders. You are not just grabbing your first 6 or 7 people and running and loving and running and then not continuing to develop. That's the thing. That's where I got stuck. It took me 3 years to go emerald. It took me 7.5 years to go diamond. Would I do it again? Absolutely. Would I do it again different? Absolutely. Right? I know now a lot more. How I should have built differently. One thing I did not do, and I'm very transparent about this because I don't want you to make the same mistake I did. Right? Like I'm having to go back and like redo. Okay, some of the mistakes I've made. So I want you to build without making these mistakes. And that is, I did not continue. I did sponsor, but I was so focused on like all of the people running together and doing the things together that I didn't continue to sponsor and bring on new business builders. Okay. And so that slowed down for me, the business builder part and my own personal work. Even at Diamond, you guys, even when you get to Diamond, a big majority of your time still needs to be your personal recruits. Okay? Like literally, I think on the pie charts and stuff I've seen from Plexus and all the top gurus, I mean, you still need to be spending like 75% of your time up until maybe like Emerald or maybe even beyond on your personal recruits. Literally, like reaching out, signing new level ones, getting them educated, getting them onboarded, getting vision casting, getting them going, getting them to silver. Like that's what you're doing. You're not managing your team. That's like a small portion of your time. You're still focused because when you build wide, stable legs, you have that's the longevity of your business where that you have diamond income and beyond 10, 15 years from now. Okay, building a very stable business. So you are always looking for business builders. Year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 7, year 8. Right? You're continuing to do that. All right, I'm gonna look at the chat real quick because I haven't. Okay. Does that mean that we should start? Okay, Emily, I answered your question, right? Okay. You can't work in the workplace for 4 years and get to that level of income in my shelves. Right, Jennifer. I mean, you just can't. Like, very, very few places can you do. And without immense, I would probably add, even I know my husband was in corporate America for so long and he like climbed the ladder or whatever. And I remember him literally saying, he's like, I could get to the next level, but I would have to spend so much time like playing the politics of the corporate world, like smoozing and all. He was like, I just don't want to spend and pour all this time into this corporate job, right? So you have to think about where your priorities are. So yeah. Um, oh, Emily, you're sweet. Okay. I've been silver for 5 years. I need to get past and get rid of the back and forth thoughts of I can't do this because you can. Absolutely, Kristen. Absolutely, you can. And you would probably agree with me, I'm thinking, if you say, you look back on 5 years ago or 4 years ago and at your skills that you had, at the mindset that you had, and it's probably different now. I'm sure you've grown and I'm sure you've learned new things that you are constantly applying. I saw your get ready with me or get like your skincare routine the other day. And I was like, oh my gosh, go Kristen. Like that was a great video that you did. And I'm thinking probably that was a step outside your comfort zone. But that's what it takes for us to continue to grow and do and learn. So I love that. Yes, it was. All right, good deal. All right, does anybody have anything to say? I didn't mean to talk. Y'all, this is why I won the motor mouth competition in fourth grade. I was like the winner, hands down. I could talk forever. Seriously. I'm serious. Jennifer's laughing. It's so true. My fourth grade teacher had a game and he was like, okay, like who wants to play the motor mouth? And of course I was always like, so he'd go to the front of the classroom and he would set a timer and you couldn't stop talking. Like you could not stop talking for like 3 minutes, I think, and just whatever. You could talk about anything, didn't matter, but you couldn't stop. And I would win every time. So, yes, there was a game. I know. We need to play Motor Mouth game at our next gold retreat. Oh my word. We do. I knew it would come in handy someday. And I still am like all over the place talking about all the different things. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we would be going for an hour. Yes. All right. Any questions, you guys? This is great. I hope this is helpful. What I want you to know is some of you, Emily, I need to get with that. I need to get on Gold Retreat, actually. I just now have like been, this is like day 5, I think, of no pain meds for the last 2 weeks. So we're celebrating. I know. I was in such a fog. And y'all, if I messaged you and I sounded like I was in La La Land, it's probably because I was. So I'm sorry. Um, oh shoot, I was gonna say something and now it's gone. Okay, speaking of Gold Retreat. Okay, well, I don't even know what I was gonna say. Whatever. I felt like I was going somewhere good. It's fine. All right. Any last words? Oh, I know. If you are having negative thoughts, it's normal. It's okay. Your past does not define your future. Okay. That's true in life, right? It's true in life. It's true in business as well. It's true in Plexus. Your past does not define your future. I don't care what your points say. I don't care what your rank says. I don't care if your rank says double, triple diamond and you're at like 6 points. I don't care. You can build again. You can build stronger. You can build better. But it does take stepping up and being bold and being passionate and being excited about what we have to offer. So, and we have some good stuff to offer you guys. And this new skin health system, I was just telling someone over the weekend, I said, I am getting messages from people that I can go back and read my messages about. I've reached out to them about the products. They ghosted me or told me no. And now they're messaging me interested in the skincare. So as much as my heart is like, oh, you need gut health. Oh, you need your blood sugar balanced. Like if the skin health is what they want, it's a doggone good skin health line. So I'm like, at least their skin microbiome is safe. Right? So maybe we'll trickle the gut health stuff in there, right? It is an open door. So as much as it like, in a way, for me, it's like a little painful. But I'm like, oh yeah, and you need some pink drink to go with that. But it's interesting though. But I told her over the weekend, I said, I truly believe that someone could build a stellar jewel business just with this skin health line. I really do. Because our skin health line is amazing. We know there are other companies that they only had a skin health line and they built stellar businesses. So it can be done. And we have a compensation plan unlike anybody else, y'all. Anybody else. So, okay. All right. Well, you guys can message me if you have questions. But that's it for tonight. Love you guys, and we will see you next time. All right. Bye, guys.